Let's do it again. The day's actually turned out very nicely, and it's starting nice, and hopefully it continues to be nice. That would be fantastic. We're gonna get that auger finished up. We need it today. We need both big augers, and since we're doing all this to that one, and we switched the gearbox into this one, this is the 85 foot. We should probably check the gearbox oils in this auger, because I'm sure they're very, very low because they never get checked. It's just one of those things you don't really get around to too often, and I should probably make sure augers are a little higher up on the list, because it's amazing how your whole operation can revolve around one auger that can unload everything for you. And if that doesn't work, you're kind of dead in your tracks. So we'll check the oil in the gearbox on this one. Then we're gonna put that auger together. We got to fix the brakes on both Volvos today, and then maybe we'll get around to moving equipment in, because we have one field left and it's close to the main yard, which is nice. It's always nice to be close to a main yard. Just if anything happens, it's easier. But it sucks because there are sunflowers, so we got to truck them all the way down to our yard in Enola. So that'll add a bit to it. At least we can unload quickly. Although that 4690 is definitely lacking power, and that kind of makes it a bit harder. We got this top box opened up. We'll check this one. It leaks, so I'm guessing it's low or empty. And then that's the box we just put in down there. And we'll quickly check that one when we're in it. We should have honestly checked it before we put it together, but we were in a rush. You can't blame us too much. I mean, it was midday harvest. All right, we got that auger finished up. Top box was a bit low, but the bottom box was pretty good actually, so that's nice. We're done with that. Get that off the list. Now we're gonna fix this truck. When we blew the yoke on the diff, the drive shaft obviously popped off, and then when I was cleaning it and fixing the diff and everything, I didn't see any damage, but it must have cracked this line, or the fitting here, and then it just kind of broke recently. So we gotta pull the broken piece out of here, change this one, and we should have everything we need here to do it. This easy out will get that piece out no problem, I think. Got that piece off of here. This line's got a bit of a nick in it. We'll see if it holds there. If it doesn't, I know we have one of these on our other Volvo, the parts one. And easy out. Oh, these things work so good. These square ones, I'm a big fan of them. They seem to grip harder. All right, let's put some tape on this and put it all back together and check for air leaks. We've got it running now, checking for leaks. It all went up nicely together. So that is on your service brakes. So when you apply your brake pedal, then that leak starts. So once we got air, we'll release them and check for a leak. We are just cruising through projects. That thing's done now. So now we're gonna get this truck. We're gonna try and drive it. It should drive, even if one brake is a little locked on. We're gonna get it in the shop here and do this brake pot. It's for a disc brake, which is very interesting. Never done one before, but pretty simple from the looks of it. And then once I got it released and everything, then I screw this bolt in. Yeah, that's what I was told. Yeah, I guess it didn't want to move, so we'll do it right here. That's the one we're changing. Interesting. They're different. What the heck? They look very different, and they are very different. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I might have bought the wrong brake pot. Weird. As it turns out, on that truck, it's got different brake pots on the front axle than the back axle, which I didn't check. And on everything else I've dealt with, they're all the same on all four. So we got to return that brake pot and get the right one. But until I do that, we really need to get this auger running. So Gearbox, all that's buttoned up. Now we just need to put our flighting in and get everything hooked up on the bottom here, and we should be good to go. We got her rigged up and tipped over. Chute honestly might still be too high. We're gonna have to tip it over a bit more. And we'll start sliding the flighting in here. Should work pretty well, I think. This one's just a bit of a big bugger. We got the flighting in. Now we're in the shop with our pile of parts here. We're gonna get the bottom bearing put together and get the flighting placed where I need it. And then I can safely go up there and put that bearing up there and it'll be fine. I was gonna do that side when it was down, but they needed the tractor, and I think this will work out better anyway. So the flighting slid all the way down very nicely. You can see that beefy new flighting we put on there. So we'll slide it forward and up a little bit so that we can get our bearing flange on there, and now we'll start putting her together. Another job well done. Got this all back together. I'm excited to see how it runs, because I mean, shoot, if you look in here, that weld mark is where the old flighting ended, and we added a ton, so should work good. Now we're gonna go pick up parts so that we can do the brakes on this. Andrew is clearly more competent than I am, but we got our new brake pot, the right one. It was 300 bucks or 350 bucks cheaper too, so that's a good deal. And now we're gonna change out that one right there for these disc brakes, which are interesting. And they don't have any adjustment on these, so you just thread them on and you're good to go, which is pretty slick. I've never done anything to semi-truck disc brakes before, and this comes with some grease right in there, and it goes on this rubber ring, I guess. That's what the instructions say, so I don't think it'll be too hard. Let's get after it. Makes sense why the new one comes with it caged already, because well, I undid the bolts, give it a smack with a hammer, went ding, because this rod had spring pressure on it. I'm learning so much. That's got to be the hardest part of the job, because this thing was seized up. But now we'll get our fittings switched over, throw that one in there. We got it all set up. We'll tighten up those fittings once it's mounted, so it's easier to spin them. Got some grease on there. I don't know what looks right, but should work, so let's throw it in there. We have got the new pot on. Now we just need to tighten in these fittings here, and should be good to release the cage bolt and check for leaks and make sure it works, because I've never done brake like this, so it's all a little bit new to me. Got her fired up. We don't have any air leaks. When you release the brakes, it's super easy to take the cage bolt out. I need to get a zip tie, put that plug in, and then this truck is done as well, which is awesome. And it just did its every however many hour grease shot out of the auto grease. I love that. There we go, another good day of fixing stuff in the books. I like these days, lots of things to get done, lots of good projects. They're challenging, some of them are easy, which is nice, because then you get a little bit of a reward when you take one of the easy ones. But that's gonna do her. I'm sure we won't get started combining till Monday or Tuesday, unless we get more rain. It'll be even later. Tomorrow I think we're gonna bring the equipment in. Just didn't work out today. I had enough stuff going on, I didn't need it. So got the dryer going too, which is good. We're gonna dry all of Dad's sunflowers, and then we're gonna head on to ours and start drying ours with his dryer, because we don't have one. Anyways, you guys have a good day, and we'll see you on the next one.